can you tell me a little bit about yourself and some of your background?
Yes. My name is Star. I have three daughters. My mother of three. I have a grandson that's 13 years of age. And that's really all I have to share about myself.
Okay. When I say domestic violence, what's the first thing that come to mind?
Shame, pain, hurt, embarrassment, that kinds of stuff.
How did you meet your abuser, and what was the relationship like in the beginning?
Well, in the beginning, we were together uh, at 12 and 13 years of age. So we didn't even know what a relationship was all about, but we did have one behind our parents' back. And I'm 55 years young today. And I just ended that relationship when I was 53. But I ended up having three kids by this man. And it was just like a really horrible start from the beginning. I was abused from 13 years old up until 53. Mentally, physically, um, religiously, because of my religion. We had two different religions. And that's the part of that. That's how we ended up together in childhood.
When did you first notice that something wasn't right?
At 13, he was, I guess well, I know that he came from a household of domestic violence, but it wasn't his father that was the abuser, it was his mother. And I guess when he became older, that he vowed that he wouldn't let a lady take control, and he would be the controller of, I guess, the household or whatever. His dad was a very humble man, and when the mother said different little things, it was like she ran everything.
Were there times that you questioned if you were experiencing domestic violence?
Um, at first, being as though I was so young, I didn't really understand what I guess domestic violence was at that time until I became about maybe 22, and I found out I could do something about it, and I can get help, and had resources to get help, to help me out as far as domestic violence. But he had like such a strong hold on me and my kids at the time that everybody, they tried to do everything they could to help me. And mentally, I don't even know what it was that kept me there. Fear kept me there. I can say that fear kept me with him. And my daughters just adored so much because we grew up together. And they seen so much happen to now that my daughters are the aggressors in their relationship.
Do you feel comfortable sharing any incidents that you went through?
Yes, I do. I worked at University of Pennsylvania Hospital, Neurotrauma SICU. That was the unit that I worked in. I was a unit clerk there. And I got injured on the job. And once I got injured on the job, I ended up getting a lawsuit against the hospital. And I was awarded $120,000. And my attorney got $20,000 of that $120,000. And he, once he knew I had got that type of money or whatever, he wanted full access of it, and he wanted to be the one that controlled the money. And instead of me putting the money in the bank, I brought all the money to the house. And I guess we end up buying things that we like. So he ended up taking my money, buying a Mercedes-Benz Jeep and rims from Miami, Florida that he ordered. And it was like he was just taking control. He told us what we could have, what we couldn't have. And I went and got a minivan. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be able to take my girls around with their friends. And let them have a good life as far as what was going on in the outside, inside of the house, outside of the house. I wanted to make sure that I could do things with my kids, to make them happy because of all the stuff that we was going through. And then he began to buy guns and drugs with the money. And this one particular night, he came home to rob his house. And he knocked on the door, and I hollered out the window from upstairs, and I said, "Where's your key?" He said, "I don't have it. Come open up the mother effing door." I said, "Okay, here I come." So I comes downstairs, and I let him in, and I turned around to go up the steps. And when you walk in the house, it's like a restaurant view, which I didn't know at the time. He had grabbed a AK-47, and so he came in behind me, and he turned around. He said, "Where is the money?" And I said, "What money?" He said, "The money that was in the house." I said, "I don't have it. You have it." And he said, "No, you didn't. You took it and you moved the money." I said, "I didn't move the money. I promise you I didn't." So he says, "Wait 1 minute. I got something for you." And so I just stood there in the middle of the step, maybe about the 6th step. And he went into the restaurant view, and then he came back. He came back with the AK-47 at that time, and he cocked it to my chest, and I held my hands up, and he asked me again, "Where was the money?" I said, "I don't have it." And my daughter heard him, my 16-year-old at the time. She heard him, and she said, "Dad, you gonna kill my mother in front of my face? You about to kill my mother?" And he said, "Yeah, if she don't give me the money." And she said, "Are you talking about the money that you have? My mother don't have the money. You have it." So she left the step at the time. I'm still standing there. He's still holding it to my chest or whatever, asking me, do I have it? And my daughter called the cops. And in a matter of minutes, I was living in Delaware County, and the cops was there. And he took the gun, put it back behind the rest of you. They came in and they arrested him. And, they went through the house, found guns and drugs. And at the time, from what he told me, that it was maybe about $65,000 left. And Delaware County police officers claimed that they found only $15,000. And I had to go through a whole scenario of trying to find my money. And at that time, when I got the money, I was behind in my bills, and it was just so much had happened prior to me getting that money, and I still needed it to do things, to pay bills off and stuff. And he went to jail. And when he went to jail, he ended up he didn't get any time or anything for the case because they said it was an illegal search of the house. And he ended up getting out. And I went back to him. And my family was so upset with me. And my youngest brother, of all my brothers, I'm the youngest. He said, "Sister, why did you change the plan? That wasn't the plan for you to go back." He said, "Why would you do that?" And I said, "I don't know why." So I went back. Nothing ever changed. He still began to fight, control, and just do whatever it was that he wanted to do to me in front of my daughters. And some years had went past after that incident took place, and this, I guess, was the last one. He ended up going to jail for drugs and a shooting. And I spent 16 months alone. I never spent that much time myself, just me and my kids, being alone and just living life. And everything was so beautiful when he wasn't around for the whole 16 months. So At this point now, my kids are grown. My daughter at the time, the middle daughter, she's so strong. She been like through a lot with me, with her father. And she was going to buy a house. And I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but um, my daughter was going to buy a house and she moved back home with us. And at that time, we all still was doing good. And I have a oldest daughter that has stage 4 kidney failure. And she was living with me as well. And he went to jail for 16 months. He came home, and he came home to, so the kids is grown by this point now. And him and I was having a conversation, and then we began to argue, and he was saying names and doing all the stuff that he normally would do when the kids were younger. My middle daughter came downstairs, and she said to him, "I dare you talk to my mother like I heard you talk to her when we were kids." She said, "But I'm a grown woman now." She said, "And I'm not going to stand here and allow you to talk to my mom like that." So he said he just wanted her to mind her business and let me and him have out whatever we needed to have out. She said, "I will not." So my daughter went back upstairs and me and him argued a little bit more, and he left. And my daughter came downstairs. She told me, she said, Mom, if you allow him to still treat you like that," and I didn't know all this stuff was still going on because I would just come here and there, so I'd never see still what was going on. She said, "And if he comes back and he talks to you like that again, I'm going to kill him." So I believed her. I believed her. And that's when I prayed about it, and I just said, this is it now. Because I don't want my daughter to go to jail for killing her father because I wouldn't leave, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't leave, and didn't understand why I was allowing somebody to do the things that he had done to me. And I left, but it's just been like so hard for me. Like now, I'm going through, like they say, call the domestic hotline. Call the 1-800 number. Call for resources. Where are the resources? I have called. I'm in need of a place now. The money's available for me to get a place. But the thing that you have to go through, once you call the landlord, you tell them, that trying to, rent the property or whatever. And then I have to tell them that I'm a domestic violence victim, and this is how I'm getting the money and all that, which I can afford the place. That's not a problem because I have income. But it's just the down payment and the moving and stuff like that. So I've been going from family house to family house to family house. And my spirits are really, really low. But I just, wake up every day and I just appreciate the fact that God gave me another chance to, another crack at it to get myself together. And that's about it. I have my daughter that has stage 4 kidney failure. She's along with me as well.
What were you afraid would happen if you left?
That he would kill me. That he would kill me. But after my daughter told me that she would kill him, I wasn't worried, and I didn't feel like not just because she said that, but I wasn't worried anymore. I just wanted to get out of the situation and get my grown kids out of it because I took them through so much.
If you could speak directly to your younger self, what would you say?
I would love me more. I would, once I seen the red flags of someone being a manipulator, a controller, of just anything in my life, I would just turn around. But like I said, I was so young at the time that happened, so I wasn't aware that was going on.
And what would you tell someone who is currently experiencing abuse?
Get out. Never look back. They tell you they're never going to do it again. Don't believe them. The first time they did whatever they needed to do, as far as abusing you, believe them. Believe it. Don't look back, because you might not make it out.
And do you believe there's life after domestic violence?
Oh, most definitely. Other than me needing a place of my own, I'm happier. My mindset is better. I'm aware of what's going on in my life and what I need to do in my life. And I forgot to put the topic of it. God is everything to me. He's there for you no matter what. And, a lot of times you might want to share your story with people, but they won't receive it like they would, they say things to you that make you feel ashamed to tell it.